What is the one thing you want to see become reality before you die? A cure for Alzheimer's disease. Damn it. I need someone to figure out immortality. I really need to see where we are at 500 years from now. I'm serious. The problem with this idea is that it would have to be kept in the hands of very few people because we're already overpopulating the planet. Making people stop dying would make the population problem even worse. Also, it'd probably cause the collapse of civilization because the people who weren't given it would be pissed about not getting it and would overthrow the government that was preventing their access. Renewable energy is the standard. Better than this. I want to see nuclear fusion become a reality in my lifetime. Free high-speed Wi-Fi everywhere. A cure for Alzheimer's disease. Serious work towards terraforming plus exploring other planets for human colonization. We will die like the dinosaurs if we stay chained to this rock indefinitely. Keanu moment. What if we got a shuttle of space travelers sent out already? Millions of years ago. And they are now on a different planet? And life grew from scratch on ours? Relatively cheap commercial space tourism. I would love. Absolutely love. To go into space at one point in my life. Doubt it will ever happen. Sadly. I have to agree with proof of intelligent life elsewhere in the universe. It is statistically more probable than not. But it would put my mind at ease knowing for sure. A fix for anyone that has been paralyzed or lost any sight hearing. That is so horrible. It makes me sad thinking about anyone who has to deal with this daily. My fix. I mean, go to the doctor and they make it like nothing happened to you. We'd ducking have that if stem cell research wasn't illegal. It isn't anymore. Huge strides are being made. I'd like to witness human consciousness being uploaded and saved onto a computer or robot or something similar. Virtual realities. Like the Matrix. I want to live in the Pokemon world for a couple years before I die. The funny thing. If Matrix would be possible. You can live thousands of lives in your head. Training could be indefinite. You just go into Matrix and live 5,000 complete lives in your head for a few seconds. Then you get back like a normal human being but with all the experience. Another funny thing to add. The only limit would be the speed of light. You upload yourself to the computer for a brief second. Your memory is connected to multi-core, thousands of cores, systems working at the speed of light, making you live thousands of lives simultaneously, adding new memories and experiences, replacing failures and blind successes with correct ways until you get up to your brain limits and then inject all of this back to your brain. Half-Life 3. Least likely thing to become reality in the entire thread. Cure for diseases. World peace. Also, the Iron Man suit. Well, nothing to add to that. 1 terabyte RAM. I want to see someone picket a Westboro church member's funeral. I know we shouldn't because we would be degrading ourselves to their level. But damn it, they ducking deserve it. Nah. Not picketing. A gay pride parade should just circle the cemetery until the funeral is over. Wearing cop-type hats. Blowing whistles. And wearing the most flamboyant rainbow hot pants they can find. Hell. Toss some sparklers in there. Too. Just eat up that whole stereotype and make those haters squirm. Somebody to love. Prostheses that not only perfectly mimic natural limbs or organs, but perform better than their natural counterparts. I want eyes that can see in the dark and have 12x zoom. Damn it. That would encourage people to cut their arms and legs off to be better at sports. I am totally okay with that. I don't know what it's called. I call them air computers because in movies you see people waving their hands around in the air and typing on virtual keyboards that just appear where you need it. I want it. I want it so damn badly. The problem with their wavy computers is that they're actually less efficient than a mouse and keyboard. They're neat to look at. Sure. But for actual work they would be a huge pain in the ass. Holding your arms up and making gestures gets tiring surprisingly quickly. As anyone who uses sign language can tell you. I'm more excited about augmented reality. Ella Google Glass. I want to see alternative medicine to not have separate rules for sale than real medicine. If you want to sell something and say it has certain healing properties, you should have to go through the exact same rigors that anyone getting a drug approved has to. Why the duck should we ever allow untrained people to hand out unproven medicines to sick people? It's an ambiguously dangerous and stupid. 0-calorie booze. Alcohol by itself has 7 calories per gram. But I share your dream. New season of Firefly. Cure for AIDS. Also, when there are ways to fully rehabilitate people who have become paralyzed. I alternate dreams from day to day. Did you see the story on the front page about the man who was paralyzed gaining movement because surgeons rerouted the nerves, or something like that? I just skimmed it. Jet. Ducking. Packs. Already. Ducking. Reality. New Zealand is the world leaders in jetpack construction and design. It's funny how a country living in the 80s could be making something so futuristic. I'd love to see commercial spaceflight. A more or less self-sustaining colony on Mars. I think just a manned mission to Mars would be enough for this lifetime. A moon colony would be pretty interesting too. Lightsabers. All I want is a way to scratch that damn spot in my back that I can't reach. If only once. You can't reach your full back. I've been able to reach anywhere on my back as long as I can remember. And I thought that was pretty normal. I propose we split the human race into two based on this difference. Those who cannot reach their back can live underground and run the machines and occasionally eat a surface-dwelling back scratcher. I would love more than anything to see the end of childhood obesity. It really bums me out to see fat little kids knowing that they are likely to struggle with self-esteem and weight issues for a while unless they manage I fix it. The worst part is that when you see a missive 5-year-old it generally isn't his or her fault. Cloning dinosaurs like in Jurassic Park. I refuse to die until I can pet a velociraptor. North Korea becoming a decent place to live. Time travel would be neat. I'd like to see humanity unlock the secrets that lie within our oceans. I want to see them discover all sorts of weird and monstrous organisms living in the deepest and darkest places on our planet. Reducing computer-human interaction lag to nearly zero. Combined with ubiquitous internet, and I think it could be world-changing. The internet has given us massive amounts of information that we can barely conceive at our fingertips. And mobile internet has given us that information nearly everywhere we go. The problem that remains isn't really bandwidth or computing power. It's the delay that comes with inputting information to a computer and then having to absorb the outputted information. Technology is starting to go towards reducing that lag with touchscreens, multi-touch surfaces, and, well, that's all I can think of. It's not enough. Imagine being able to interface with a computer at the speed of your brain's thought functions. You can't type as fast your brain thinks. Nor can you read words on a screen as fast as your brain can absorb information. If you could remove that lag, it would be almost as if the internet's information becomes part of our brains. Essentially infinite information and knowledge. Some sort of eternal life dealy. Like putting my brain in a robot. Immortality pill. I want to see the end of corporate abuse of this world. Seriously. Corporate abuse, military-industrial profiteering, curtailing of internet freedom, manipulation of media and news, energy, especially oil, monopolization, agriculture patent abuse, etc. I feel it is the source of most suffering in the world. First human steps onto Mars. If I'm being realistic of things I could actually see in my lifetime. First human steps onto a planet outside of the Sol system would be amazing. Even just photos of the surface of a distant planet would be fine by me. I guess really what I need is immortality so I can live long enough to see all of this. Cause in 40 years we went from barely getting a satellite into space to driving cars on Mars. Who knows what may happen.